Welcome back to ESL Pro League. Coming up, we have G2 taking on LDLC, the other super team. Envy, although not really considered a super team, having two very, very good matches against Virtus Pro tonight. But G2, we're going to see if they can recover their season, much in the same way NIP did. Both teams spending a lot of time at the bottom of the standings with a chance to get back into that race. Before we do that, though, there was some excitement around an NIP announcement last night. Or maybe not
impromptu, some would say.
Yeah, an impromptu announcement. There was went a little bit under the radar. Henry G has been announced as the new coach of the Ninjas in Pajamas for StarLadder.
Retweeted by Get Right. That means it's official.
That is a good-looking man in a good-looking jersey.
Yes.
Doesn't quite look the most official photo, but it was kind of last minute. I think there have been some changes I had to make. So.
Yeah, this is one Sponge saying sucks we won't have him at Pro League after this week.
Yeah, well, you know, he's going to become a coach full-time now. So
yeah, he's going to test the waters.
So, and that means that you and Sadikist actually might make a return.
Yeah, it's long been rumored. It's been a thing of legends for a couple of years over in North America. You guys may not have heard the stories over the ponds, but
fabled.
Yeah. Fabled one, that's a nice way to put it. Yeah, we even got Launders that got in on the action. That's a little bit rough that Henry was keeping a secret from him like that.
Yeah, we got a couple of people actually with the troll.
Yeah. Well, we were announced against a troll as well.
Well, Matt already did it on Twitter.
Yeah, Matt did ruin everything.
But basically, guys at home,
Launders did buy it hook, line, and sinker.
This proves this proves the IQ of Reddit.
I see. That you wanted to turn this into a bashing of the Reddit thing.
Thorin versus Reddit.
Take it away. Let's get on the soapbox.
No, we don't have to do it. I made a tweet about some ridiculous tweet about the UI, and I felt it in my waters, and it ended up as literally the top
tweet
of
the day. I saw that. That was I don't know how that's happened. Maybe it's because they read it in Australian accent. Maybe that's also why we brought a second Australian onto the desk. What's going on?
Not a lot. Still trying to recover myself after that.
The triple overtime.
Yeah, almost quad overtime special.
Those are exhausting, aren't they? The marathon matches.
Honestly, I'm enjoying, especially like sort of zeroing a bit more on some of the younger French talent actually, and seeing how they sort of fit into these roles, because it was said recently that the gates have opened of the top tier teams in France actually bringing in some of these younger talent, and that's why LDLC is also going to be a really interesting team to look at for the same reason.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they kind of have to. When the top players play with each other for so long and then it doesn't work across 3 or 4 different lineups, you know, personal relationships along the way, some of them get beaten up a little bit. So yeah, you have to bring in new blood, and definitely they've gotten to that point, and we can see it. They've even brought back some new names, or some old new names. Maniac used to be in a lot of the top French lineups, took I think it was something like a year off, and now he's back, and he's having a phenomenal return into the pro scene. That's very cool stuff for LDLC.
Fun fact is that Existence didn't actually want Maniac on this team to start with. Maniac was actually the 3rd choice after RPK and XMS. And that was because actually of the reasons that Maniac got removed from Titan in the first place. And he admits it now. He said his behavior sucked, basically. So that was why Existence at the start was kind of unwilling to bring him in. But he has had some fantastic performances since joining this team, especially in the Pro League.
I'll tell you what, and performances of his level always fix personality issues. if you're playing the way Maniac's playing, everyone can get on with you. I think to a certain degree it makes people a little bit more lenient.
What do you reckon, Chadwick?
If you're toxic, you're toxic. Doesn't matter how good you are.
And on that note, we're going to throw it over to Henry G and Sadikist.
Yes, I think we are toxic. Look, I think, by the way, that was the wrong tweet from Launders. He actually deleted his. We got a screenshot. He said something along the lines of, whoa, Henry's going to be coaching, and Moses gets to cast? That's sick. He was totally in on it. And I figured overnight Reddit wasn't as dumb as they actually are, and would figure it out. So I woke up and thought, all right, joke's up. I'll tweet out that it was a joke. I think if I hadn't done that, I think with Get Right retweeting it and everyone getting in on it, everyone would have bought it. Well, we saw a proof article that was going to go live of it.
I'm just glad our social experiment was a success. We kind of proved all our theories to be correct in that sense. But it's going to be a fast play towards heaven here. Maniac, like they said, been playing very well recently. He can't find a single frag, and G2 would explode towards the upper bomb site. And Twanu, he can't do anything about it. But Alex certainly can. PD50 in hand, finds 1 kill, but it's short-lived as Shox takes him down.
Well, he certainly does. Shox. Looking very, very good.
This is a fast strategy.
Yeah, it's very fast. We talked about the G2 old pistol where they put the smoke up top. 2 players here, not everyone needs to watch outside, but Kenny gets both. Not a bad situation either, because they'll want the AWP in his hands as quickly as possible. And look at that, what a round.
Yeah, $900 in the bag for him, not too shabby. So then, G2 Esports getting up on the silo, 3 players fast towards heaven. I actually like that a lot. It's obviously a little bit high risk because the silent USB towards outside is going to have the advantage, but they're playing quite passively like LDLC were. They're going to get run over at that point. And G2, they're certainly the favorite squad going into this one on paper. They haven't had the best performance here in Pro League. LDLC actually above them right now, but hopefully we can have a nice, decent game. The derby's always a lot of fun to watch. So there will be a force buy here from LDLC. 4 sets of armor, and Deagles and Twanu. He shoots a bullet off towards outside, but doesn't land one. And it will be 3 players, make it 4 towards outside here for G2. They're sticking together, hunting as a pack. And it's going to be Body and Apex open things up here, and this force buy is not going to amount to too much here whatsoever.
No, it won't, unfortunately. I've seen force buys do greater things. Yeah. Oh! Headbutt that one. Just tap that one into the top corner there, Ronaldo. It's going to be Maniac, at least getting a shot back onto Kenny.
They've done some good damage here, you know?
Yeah, not bad. So, I mean, if Maniac has a chance to get more people down here, but unfortunately gets hunted out too quickly.
Well, a very fast strategy once again from G2. We did have triple overtime in the previous game. I don't expect that from this one. I do feel like G2, after their good performances this week as well, they beat Fnatic on train like 16-5, I think, like yesterday. Looking very strong indeed, and it's a matter of time, I think, before these guys become world beaters. Obviously, the lineup speaks for itself. Shox, MBK, Kenny S.
I don't know, man.
Apex.
Envy just beat Virtus Pro. If they lose to LDLC, they're number 3.
That's true.
In France.
Yeah, not bad.
It's official after this.
We'll see what happens.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
To your point, I think you're absolutely.
We haven't seen these guys out land, right? A lot of online play is still kind of testing everything out.
We will see them on a land.
Not too far away.
In a week.
Yeah.
Not even a week. Starting next week.
Yeah, we fly out on what, Monday? We've been announced now, so we can talk about it.
Yeah, we head there on Monday. We start on Wednesday, so I think Tuesday is a media day-esque. This was my chance. I should have gone early and gone to Chernobyl. This was the one time
You're allowed
we
to go
had
there
time.
now? Is it like
only certain sections.
Right.
You can't go to all of it. I'd like to take my cameras there and have a good time. And,
yeah, there's some awesome photos you can take in there.
Yeah, and just, be in the eeriness of it.
So then, well, it's going to be that full eco like we described, some P250s. Some damage being inflicted to G2 once again, but no frags picked up for LDLC as of yet. Alex just lurking in the vent there. Not really much you can do from that position. You have no accuracy on the ladder for those who are not aware. Bullets just go absolutely everywhere. But it's going to be 2 players remaining now. Shoxy, he's trying to find them dinks up one through the wall, and he should be finding both here. Won't be using the Mag 10 to get that extra cash injection. Just guaranteeing the kill here with the PT50. Takes down Maniac, and a clean 3-0 for G2. The problem is for LDLC, they did force buy. I believe the AWPA kept a little bit more cash. We'll see what happens as we go forward. There's actually not too much available for him, so it's going to have to be 5 and 4 here, not a single incendiary. So if I'm G2 right now, I've got a Mac 10 in hand. MBK, he's got the AK. I was about to say, does Kenny S bring out the AWP? He certainly does. That suggests they won't do something super fast here. Maybe get Shox down the vent with the Mac 10 and try and force a rotation at that point. It's yet to be seen, but there's Shoxy on the screen right now who will not be rushing. He goes towards ramp, and he's got 3 players ahead of him. Make it format, so that Mac 10 becomes very viable at this point.
Yeah, it certainly does. But watch Apex outside, already clearing the garages. Will take some control. Body's got ramp. This is where the entire map opens to G2. They can do whatever they like, except for Alex.
Reaction.
Able to walk back in, yeah. You can take the wings. I'll go straight up the gut. And what a gut it is. It's going to be Exist that takes down Body. Sorry, I was looking at myself in the mirror, Henry.
Yeah, well, we're both rocking the esports stat bod at the moment. So
it's back in style.
Yeah, Leo DiCaprio does it, so maybe that's what we're doing.
It's true. If he can do it, we can do it.
Well, Kenny S can do it as well. He takes down Alex, and this is going to be the final shot. Nice fast play once again. Every kind of a area of approach there from G2. Utilized ramp outside, lobby, squeaky door, everything. They find a kill, and towards ramp, it was an equal exchange, a 2-on-2, but LDLC couldn't finish it off. It's another eco for them here. P250s, Deagles, 5-7. Alex got some body armor, and he didn't have a bunch more money than everyone else. He's actually taken himself down to $1,500, but that's fine. He's got maximum loss bonus after losing this one. He gets a nade and a smoke as well, so quite a heavy investment for him overall. Shoxy still on the Mac 10. Hasn't had to use a rifle as of yet. He goes towards ramp once more, and we've got Apex just sniffing out towards outside and seeing whether he can find this first frag. It's almost a guaranteed round at this point, but you never know in CSGO, these pistols. It just takes 1 frag, pick up an AK, and all of a sudden you've got yourself a situation.
Apex tries to peek around with the AK at outer. Maniac's the one to hold off at the vent this time, or excuse me, at the ramp this time. Even with the pistol, though, you can see how timid people are to head that direction. They could easily charge him down should they come to that. As Alex will hug the side of the hut, start to swing. Look for the opening, gets the headshot traded by MBK.
Yep, 5-7, deadly at close range, and Alex demonstrates how it can be utilized there. It's going to be a 4-on-4, quickly into a 4-on-3 as MBK finds existence. They're just biding their time at this point. They still have a minute on the clock, just seeing if there's any reactions coming in from the CTs. Anyone comes out of hiding, like Twani just has, and Heaven has to drop down at this point. MBK rattles off some bullets towards that area. Maniac's coming to join the party as well. G2 Just waiting for the pick to come in. MBK finds 2, and that's it. Round over, I'm afraid. Twanu left alone in the 4 versus 1, and it's MBK looking for the ace here. So, you know he's going to go hunting for it a little bit. Twanu is going to be there. Spots it, and he gets it. Ace for MBK. Not too much to write home about with the full eco there, but still.
RPK and BK.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I'm going to make a something K.
RPK, as they call him.
RPK.
RPK.
Oui, RPK. Yeah, well, anyway, I'm just going to be SAK.
Okay, what's that?
Well, it's just like Sadokist without, you know, I had to put the K last. That's why they're getting the aces.
I would say you're SDK.
Oh, that works. Yeah, that is better. You're right. That's why they brought you in. This is a nifty little boost.
Okay, that is
tighter.
super cool.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Yeah, me neither. Inside box. Yeah, it does have to be a little bit careful about secret, but that's pretty great. If anyone goes wide to peak, they're not going to expect that at all.
Yeah, that's like a little turret position for him. That's awesome. Really cool. Well,
I knew you could get on this roof,
yeah,
but I've never seen the boost behind it.
Well, I haven't found anything for it, and he actually gets taken down.
That's unfortunate. That's where from, too. So catwalk existence, that's probably the best possible situation to peek that from, to be honest. It's one of the least likely areas you would watch back as a result. But Shocks now gets smoke and flashed down to the lower position as they want to try and, rather, excuse me, for Maniac, as they want to try and take over the ramp. He's got to go more passive. So he does that. That rotates over Twanu. It's very straightforward. This is clinical rotations from the CT. This is what we're talking about, trying to exploit.
Why is he doing that?
He has an op.
Why is he challenging?
If you're going to peek with the pistol out to shoulder peek and get out. Don't try and take a battle. That's unnecessary. That nade should be enough to take. Oh, I thought he was going to go on the edge. Doesn't quite get him. Body gets the shot back. That's just surprising and disappointing. Get your gun out, Alex. What are you thinking? I know you know he's low, but there's a chance he's coming back with a bomb. He's almost got a guaranteed to do it. So why even risk it as he smokes it off? Sat with the smoke in his hand for longer than I would have liked.
Alex
my point.
has got like a 95% chance of winning this with 10 seconds remaining. He still hasn't got the bomb. Body. Now he can't plan. Let's go save and T-spawn. Round over. Just hoping a mistake is made, but well played by Alex there. Gets out of the situation. Orp recovered for Body. Still an expensive round for the CTs though. A ton of money available for G2. And unfortunately, LDLC only get $3,200 coming for this round. So you can see the UMPs coming in. They only saved 104, so 3 UMPs, no AWP, and 2 M4s, 1 kit. It's looking pretty bleak. They lose this round, you're in double eco territory. So this is very important for them. What's the play? You were discussing earlier the idea of pushing ramp, and what were you saying? Are you saying what you don't think is viable? And
Well,
what
no, I think it's completely viable. I just think that it's so hard to do because of how narrow of a choke point it is, but teams need to put more emphasis there simply because it adds so much more to the outside position.
This would be a perfect time to do it. That's why Maniac's doing it right now. He's in the lobby, he's pushed all the way to a ramp, you've got the SMG, so why not? He does manage to get him behind. It's an equal exchange for now. They have got control of lobby. Unfortunately, though, G2 are focusing on outside, and that's why Alex is going to be waiting. He finds 1 kill, and so does Existence. This round, like we said, must win, does work out for them. They go aggressive with the SMGs towards ramp, and they find the frags required. Maniac continuing his recent form as he finds another kill on Body.
Yeah, I chatted with Thorin earlier this week about getting, or I suppose it was last week at this point, but getting his career restarted, if you will.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes
what a resurgence.
Yeah, but sometimes that's what you need, right? You just need time off, clear your mind, start having fun again.
So I thought he was going to quit playing altogether and just be as an analyst with us.
And then he went back to coaching.
Yeah.
Or went to coaching, I should say. And then left the analyst role. Did all right. We did an event last year in Kiev with, or not Kiev, rather, it was Belarus with Star Ladder.
Right then, MBK has got it down to a winnable situation. Had that a shot here, it would have been amazing on the ladder as well. Like I said, no accuracy there. This throws the Molotovs, so that allows the CTs to come face him. Now it's going to be really tricky. This was a 4 versus 1, and it's going to be the final frag coming in. Low HP. Existence catches him out when he has no bullets left in the magazine. As we're talking over that one, it looked like MBK had no chance. He managed to pick out 3 of the 4 kills, and I can't believe Maniac was in that position to give him a chance. Just play the bomb sides, boys, but they managed to recover. But the problem is it's another really expensive round. And they go into this one with 1 player surviving. I think Alex had a bit more cash, so he could drop a weapon. He had like 7k, right? So that's fine. So he dropped a weapon. It's not as bad as it was before. They still have the AWP on Twanu, but still in that double eco territory if they lose a single round here. Upper rush coming in. 4 players at squeaky door. Let's go.
Oh, Shocks trying to push through. Gets caught by Alex. Mistu's going to take the bomb. Got a little bit greedy, I would say, trying to find that opening pick toward Man inside of the site as Setch loses bomb, and now it's pretty straightforward for them to hold off the site. Kenny versus 5. And LDLC will get their 3rd round on the CT side in, well, convincing fashion. Hello, Kenny. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, that would do.
Ladies and children first. Kenny has 2nd.
Yeah, well, Maniac, pretty relentless with his ramp aggression, pushes him once again with that UMP, catches him out. What an amazing shot! 2 of them from Kenny S, looking for the 3rd there. My lord, he is so good, is he not?
He's pretty ridiculous. You want to talk about resurgence? That's someone that I want to see go back to form.
What was this? That quick scope comes in. This one, no scope for the window. No one should be hitting that.
No, that's just Kenny's awareness and a little bit of luck that he seems to always... You can't really call it... I mean, luck comes with skill, right? So he seems to hit more no-scopes than just about anyone, which there is some luck to it, but he also has to be smart enough to take those shots.
Oh, that was... He didn't win the round, but that was worth the hype. No way.
Oh, I thought they were going to go straight into that. I was going to say, while Shox goes down with the knife, Molotov will tag up Body. He still makes his way into Secret. Mistu's got the first of the 2 angles covered off at the stairwell. No one to set the cross, but Alex is going to try and get baited in from the vents. Kenny will walk directly into that. That works out lovely. I have to say that's quite good. As Body will make it to the control room, press all of the red buttons because it's a panic situation. They're in 5 versus 2. What do they do?
Well, for now, they wait and hope the CTs make mistakes. They've made a handful of them so far. They have got 3 rounds in a row. They're 5-0 down, remember. So any kills GT can find at this point is keep the economy modest for LDLC. They've had some very close rounds of D. This will be a clean sweep if they get it, but MBK, he's got other ideas. Lovely headshot to take down Mistu there.
Windows are still intact. So they'll stay there. You expect those to be some sort of plexi or bulletproof
You'd
glass
think so.
in a
In a nuclear facility, right?
But yeah, no, they shatter.
Yeah.
BK will put a Molotov in. That gives Alex away. That rather gives him away to Alex. Gives Alex his position away as he walks back out. And Body goes through the first window now as it's open, but his shoulder's spotted, and that's going to cue in to new. Makes do.
Well, like we said, LDLC finally having a round where they keep a decent amount of players alive there, 4 in total. So they have a nice full buy here. And GT need to ask themselves, okay, do we buy into this round? 2 players on 6K. I think in French style, they're always going to force this one. And there it is, it comes in. So it's a decent buy overall, 3 AKs with utility as well, and Apex and Body down to the Tech 9s. But we haven't seen much execution there, not even really many defaults towards outside. It's a standard smoke. It's been very fast, pick-oriented strats, and we'll see whether they can continue to find success. GT still in the lead, 5-4, but LDLC certainly closing the gap. It's be Alex once again to open things up, takes down Shox, and towards Secret we go. And MBK, he seems to be hitting absolutely everything right now.
Yeah, I've been impressed with. I mean, that's the thing. These French guys always show these individual skill, but they just gotta get these teams rolling together. Envy's been the most impressive of the bunch, in my opinion, thus far. But as you say, G2 on paper will eventually show up. Will it be next week at Star Ladder, or will it be right here tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to say they at least make, like, semi-finals, G2.
Ooh,
I'm going to put that out there.
Wow. All right.
You wait till Shoxy gets on land, then things start to get real.
Get real. Well, right now, real for Maniac. It's 2 kills for MBK in the round. Kenny's got 1. They've got 1 more to find between the 2 of them.
I like his position here, though. This is actually quite smart. Oh, this... Oh, God, no, Maniac! Should you have a moment of silence for that? Oh, you hate to see it. It was perfect.
I just had a sip of my coffee and pretend like the morning's just begun. It's a fresh day. We'll move on.
Oh, it was so perfect. Like I was saying, he's in the perfect position to win this. One player's about to walk past him. He's got vision of the vent as well. He allows him to go past. It's beautiful. It's perfect. And he misses the money shot, which presumably would have broken the economy of G2, leveled things up at 5-5, and MBK just can't believe his luck at that point. Unbelievable scenes. Forced buy from LDLC here.
Apex making sure no one's going to push up out or holding that position for later.
Take a pause. I need a pause after that. My heart's broken.
I know. Go have a cigarette.
Don't smoke.
Whatever you do after sex, and
Don't have sex.
Calm yourself down. Your hands count.
Yep, true. Fair enough.
Apex. Isn't your girlfriend's name Jill? It's Kenny that gets Miss2 back. MBK, we talked about that spot a little bit on the desk earlier. You can swing in from hut, see up toward the rafters, tries to look up, no one up there. It's Existence a little bit closer on the 5-7. Look at the money based on that last round. As Maniac does at least have a UMP to work with, Existence will silently place himself on top of the hut and silently climb down from the hut.
This was the force by from LDLC, and Kenny S and MBK finding his opening picks. 40 seconds remaining, got full map control at this point as well. Apex is using this time to hunt out another frag. He's behind enemy lines right now. They have no idea he's here. He's going to get information that ramp is clear, and he might go towards ladder here. You can see they have no idea. Twanu's starting to feel like that could be a possibility. Readjusts his position and starts to watch Heaven a little bit more here, but Kenny S, he's waiting for Existence, takes him down. Twanu now might get one kill, but that should be it. Yeah, it's just Maniac now. Poor old Maniac after the previous round. Probably feeling a little disheartened, but it's going to be G2 to pick it up, and it should be a full eco for LDLC now. 7-4 for G2, and it's the replay, Matt. We have to watch it again. Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, that...
You hate to see it.
That's one of those frustrating ones where you know you're so close and you miss, and all your arm just tenses up, and you just can't make that micro adjustment because you're like, no, oh, done.
The thing is, as well, it wasn't like a surprise movement. He was consistently just walking.
Okay, no, that was
like,
just unfortunate.
I'm trying to give him something, but a bit of a horror show, unfortunately. P250s and USP, and this should be a very simple procedure here. And Apex finds the first frag. MBK, he must have a ton of frags right now. 17 kills after 11 rounds. Not too bad at all, and it's going to be 5-on-2 now. Mistu and Alex, last remaining players. Alex takes a Molotov to the face, and yeah, that's done. G2 will be winning the half here.
Shocks will get Alex back. It's going to be Apex that takes down Miss2. This gives G2 8-4. Pretty straightforward. Things rolling now ever since that Maniac round, because they've got full control of the situation and money and momentum. It's an op-up now for Kenny as well. It'll go against Twanu. He's got the armor. They stay off the helmets for obvious reasons. It's against the T side. No need. Time for perhaps a pistol duel. The odd pistol duel.
Well then, LDLC, we're coming into the closing sectors of the first half here. Kenny S trying to get that main pick coming, and a rare miss from the young Frenchman there. Can't find the connection towards Twanu, who's waiting for the AWP as well. Shocks though, he doesn't miss too often. He takes out Existence with clinical precision there, and it's going to be another kill for MBK. He's playing lights out right now, Matt. This is a very impressive performance from him. Not known to be one of the superstars of the team, just a safe pair of hands usually. Very good at the entry frags and all that sort of stuff, but he is absolutely lighting them up, and Kenny S finds the third frag. LDLC really struggling right now.
Certainly. Maniac, there's the angle. Has it. Oh, above the silo. That's quite good for headshot position as he peeks outside, gets information, relays that to Miss2. He takes down Apex. And it's on to Maniac once more. Smoked off as his teammates. Finds a gap in it, but MBK ready for that gap. Takes him down. Door open. Lands on it. Gets his aim set faster. That could have been a decent little transfer as they both walked into his crosshair.
Indeed, but it's going to be 9-4. Shoxy opens things up towards outside, finds that catwalk pick, and then MBK joining in as well. Maniac certainly made it interesting. A nifty little move there from the squeaky door, but couldn't really get going of it. And it's round number 14. They're looking to the future here. Try and close it out with a round victory. Pick up number 5 in the last round of the half. So a modest buy here, some Deagles, PT50s once again. There's been a lot of those for LDLC. They got 4 rounds in a row. But since then, it's been the G2 show. Once again, Apex outside. Twanu can't really do much about this. He's got a Deagle, no armor, and Existence spots one, but taken down, I'm afraid.
Apex gets the first. As you mentioned, taken down. You were afraid. Don't be afraid, Henry. I'll hold your hand. Apex tries to do further damage, but Alex will go down at the hands of MBK eventually. They clear ramp, timidly as always, but they get there. There's no one really occupying it at this point based on the need for attention elsewhere.
Mistu and Twanu low. It's just another case of wait for the remaining CGs to make a mistake at this point. They have to react. They have to get some intel here. And Twanu tries to hold a tight angle, taken out by Apex. Not really too much to report here for potential frags. But as I said, that Mistu does find one and gets an AK-47 as well. It's not giving them a round victory, but if you can save that AK to round number 15, maybe it's something to work with here. A nice little view at the bomb site. You can see all the smokes going down. They're not giving anything away. Molotov in the vents as well, just eradicating any potential risk here that the CTs could present. It looks like they do fancy this slightly. Maniac with the P250 got nothing to lose and no armor as well, so tucks himself into the corner, waits for the smoke to dissipate at this point and see whether he can find anything in this awful situation. Mistu will be saving the AK-47 though. He's booked it. He's off. So Maniac hoping that a terrorist will exit through that squeaky door. It'd be rare for them to let him survive with this AK. If he does get one and he manages to survive, that'd be crazy. I don't see a world where Maniac gets anything out of this, but let's find out.
Well, there's one, as you said, with an AK.
Does he survive there? That's my point.
Get away, face off. Ooh, against Kenny, good read. To look right, and there's an AK and now an op.
That's not bad. That is actually pretty good for Maniac.
Not too shabby.
No. It's going to be round number 15. He saves the AWP and potentially the round as well. They were clutching at straws with this one, even after having the eco in the previous round, but now they have an AWP. Certainly boosts the coffers going forward. So the AWP will be in the hands of Twanu, presumably. He's only got the 5-7 right now. There it is. And Existence is left. Okay, with an M4 as well, I was going to say. PT1000 doesn't seem right. But Mag 10 for body. That's very interesting. Must have won that. MBK's got $10,000. What's he doing messing around with that? First into ramp, I guess. Run and spray. Hope for the best. Might actually work out for him.
Jumping, gunning and running and all of the things. His body down to the ramp. Twanu's done the same. Gets in position. Doesn't anticipate to be that close as he goes back for the re-peek. Body, therefore, now has the AWP at the stairwell to watch off where Alex has gone at decontamination. Flashing. Works perfectly. Bomb down. Say perfectly, but only for one. Unfortunately, exists since the last alive. 11-4, G2, looking pretty good on the T side.
Yeah, it started off a 5-0 for G2, but LDLC, they did fight back a little bit there. They got 4 rounds in a row. Thought, okay, it's going to be a real close half, but G2 just relentless with their aggression, their brutal aim as well. We'll take a quick break. Do not go anywhere. We'll see what LDLC can come back here on Nuke.
My name is Matt. I'm kind of a brat. I'm with Henry, and we're getting things back underway. 11-4, G2 over LDLC on Nuke. And it's been pretty impressive. That particularly was
didn't win that round,
very impressive. No, but it was a 1v5, and
Yeah.
he certainly made it look convincing.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. Love watching Kenny S when he starts getting in his zone. But here we go, then the second half. See if anybody else can get in their zone. We certainly need to here on the T side of Nuke. We'll have a look at the buy and see if we can work out where they may be going. A lot of rushes these days on Nuke on the T pistol. They've got 4 sets of armor right now. Maniac yet to buy. Does he bring any utility to the table? Yet to be seen. Oh, he's teasing us. What's he going to get? There it is, armor as well. So 5 sets of armor suggests something like a Wolfpack sort of scenario.
It's for me, it's easier to just buy armor on the T side. I get Apex going for 5.7. All right, whatever, that's fine. But USP is great. I hate the Glock so much, but yet you need armor. It's such a conundrum.
It used to be, I miss the days when the Glock was like the most OP thing in the entire game.
Run and gun.
What a fun time that
The
was.
Glock at 1.6 is better than the Glock now. This Glock is the
because
worst Glock.
it had a functional burst fire as well, so that was beneficial.
Yeah. No, it's a bit of a dog's butt right now. Maniac and Alex picking up kills on the way through with the Glock up close, headshots. All right, I'll eat my words for now. Existence, I think, may have been spotted at the top of that ladder. There was a bit of a glance from MBK upward, but I take it back. He's on the inside. He was on rafters, so I was wrong. Glance upward, he was just checking the top ladder. Does get one through the window, though. It is Maniac that will go down eventually, but it leaves Shox in a 1 versus 3. He's already spotted on top of the AC, and now he's dead.
Well, a much-needed pistol there from LDLC. Round number 2. Not out of the woods just yet, up against G2, who are some of the scariest pistol players on the planet. Apex with the Scout as well, and MBK, who's actually very, very good at that weapon. He's currently on 22 frags, so aim's on form. He's got a decent spawn as well. Let's see what he can do here with the lesser sniper rifle. Joining them is 2 deagles and a 5.7 for body. And in terms of the LDLC approach, it looks like something could be fast here. They're sending 5 players towards lobby. Nothing outside of tools. Yes, indeed. 4 players towards ramp, and nothing there for the CTs whatsoever. So this is looking very good now for LDLC. Kenny S tries to challenge them from the entrance there, but gets taken down. And this should be a swift play towards the lower bomb side. But Apex trying to do what he can. Detects there might be another T player here in ramp, but unfortunately Alex takes him down.
Yes, it does. Swanu will open the door, flames upon it. No one will be able to walk back through to take charge of the situation. Shox instead will rotate down, therefore, into the vents with his deagle. His trusty sidekick spots Swanu down below, but can't find the opening. Let's see where they go immediately after. Shox starts to rotate around. It's 1 for MBK and the Scout. Alex gets him back.
Yeah.
Still 2 men in this. Body's trying to distract enough and get information to relay, but I don't think, yeah, okay. UMP grabbed. CT side, 1 more to save. Perhaps just to keep that gun to move forward, and Body's got the Scout as well.
So the force buy for G2. They do manage to get something from it. Shox finds another kill there, the UMP. They find 3 players in total, and they'll save the Scout and SMG going forward, but unfortunately for them, LDLC do pick up this round. A fast play towards ramp. Found the first kill on the former Kenny S, went straight down towards lower. A little bit of trouble with the frags coming from G2, but overall, pretty smooth sailing. 11-6 now. LDLC starting to close the gap. And we'll see whether G2 can do anything here with the UMP and Scouts. Apex presumably goes towards outside. I would say send the pistol players out there with him. If he gets 1 tag, they can strike all together and hopefully get a nice weakened up terrorist player. But once again, it's all 5 players towards lobby, which suggests more of the same. Just go towards ramp. Not really rushing it this time. More of a contact play as Alex leads the charge towards that area.
Body on top of the hut. Pistol ready to drop down and take advantage of the situation. Alex, meanwhile, backs off at ramp. He's just made sure there's no one up close for an immediate rotation. They can put all their attention down below, at least for now. Good shot. Bought by Kenny. Jumping through. Gets, all right, 1 more. Thought he was going to get both, but Alex finds the kill on Body instead, and it means MBK can actually take the bomb planter down, and Maniac does recover.
He does, and now it's just Apex with the Scouts and 5 players to find. Not really worth saving that Scout. The next round they'll be buying up regardless. I'll have a look at the money as well. Kenny S, can he get the AWP? He can. It would be glass can at this point. That means he gets the AWP, but no armor to welcome. That's not such a massive deal on Nuke. Very long-range encounters, normally against other AWPers as well, and you'll obviously be smoked off if you're going to have any chance there on AK players. So we'll see what he can do here. And in terms of his teammates, Body's down to the FAMAS. But this is one of the rounds where LDLC know the money's to be low. Probably not incendiaries or the orbs a possibility. It's not certain at this stage. Alex goes towards outside, and Kenny S, let's get flashed off. And like I said, armor not such a huge issue. You normally have a smoked off or taking 1-on-1 duels. So we'll see where this works out for him as he holds a tighter angle than usual.
Wait, Kenny. Wait, Kenny, no. Wait, go look instead. Existence found. Gets up close to the main entrance. He starts to consider the fact that they're going to be closer than that. If he'd stayed big, he may have found Alex, but he's going to take advantage and just run.
Well, yeah, he gets that man advantage. 5-on-4. Doesn't want to give anything away, so he falls back towards CD Spawn. Alex has made it down towards the window room and lower. He's going to find, with a lovely shot as well, Shox gets blown out of the water there and brings it into a 4-on-4.
And that's the big thing, because although Kenny goes passive to stay alive, he gives up that much ground. Alex has now taken MBK. It forces the rotation toward ramp. As soon as they do that, Maniac's waiting to catch them, and they just cause that 1 kill causes so much rotation based on how much map control Alex had. It's very cool, and that's exactly what we talk about on the CT side. You've just got to get them moving. You've just got to get them disorganized.
Well, yeah, Alex doing a stellar job there. 2 kills in total. That 1 towards Shox. They pretty much decided the round. As soon as he gets, they struck towards lower, and Kenny can't really do anything about it. He opened things up, but like he said, as soon as he falls back towards City Spawn, he loses the information as to how many or if any got downstairs, and Alex was undetected. Takes on that big kill. And 3 players survive for LDLC as well. This is actually looking pretty convincing for them. That's going to be round number 4 going in their favor. And Body and Apex do survive, but it's very unlikely they force into this. The money's going to be very tight indeed. They could drop 2 UMPs and try and do what they can here. I would say with this kind of lead, it's not worth it. Don't put your money in the bin just yet. We'll see what they decide to do. Looks like they're going for it. Famus's UMPs get dropped over. So they will be into an all-in situation. It's not too bad. The fact they saved an AK towards the end as well actually boosts their chances quite significantly. Holding angles like ramp room, for example, get the one-taps going. As we get into round number 5 here. Twanu on the AWP. He opens up Squeaky Door. Takes a bit of damage there from the incendiary, but he'll be falling back towards outside.
Maniac with smoke in front. Has NBK, thank you, Rushley, on the other side of that smoke. Wants to get to the wide side. Ooh.
Hello.
Was that fading that much? Maybe our textures are different. I didn't think you could see through that yet. But he still made the shot, so obviously he had something to work with. Kenny waiting very patiently outside, gets one, reads well that there's likely another following in the footsteps.
Yeah.
But Alex hits the shot instead.
Alex is looking pretty crispy at the moment. Lots of one-taps coming out from him.
Shot from Shocks, though, has bomb inside a lobby. That's quite a problem.
So this was technically a forced buy from GT. They did save 2 weapons in the previous round, but they've avoided the 5-0 so far. Still could go wrong, and Twanu, he's trying to make it happen. Lovely, lovely shot there towards Apex, 3 on 2. And with 40 seconds remaining, there's still a very good chance he could do this. But Shocks, he's on the T roof.
Twanu's still giving himself a sliver. Inside the window to work with the shot. Rattled off at the exact wrong time because MBK now knows he's there, walks in. And it's the op gone. Alex may try and make a play with 22 to go toward that. Knows where it is, but isn't sure where anyone else is.
23 HP, 10 seconds. That is round over, and he might go down here, but Alex takes down Shocks once again. And at this point, doesn't know that the CTs will be finding. And does APK fancy it? He does, and he nails it. That was a bit of a risk. The GT money hardly stable at the moment, but he manages to take down Alex in the process.
Well, the reason as well to go that direction may not have even been originally to take the fight. After he killed Shocks, then he thinks of it, but they wanted the op.
Yeah, right.
So they did get that at least.
Well, MBK is his stats right now, Matt. 27 kills, not too bad at all. He's looking unbelievably sharp tonight. It's going to be 12-8, and of course you have another buy available for LDLC after getting the 4-0. They might be broke after this one. 2 players, Alex and Maniac, still have over $2,000, so it won't be completely bust after this one. Kenny S with a different angle this time, watching towards the red crate. Alex is going very fast here, not wasting any time whatsoever. He actually gets towards Seeker once again. He will be by himself, but Shocks can hear something. Another player by him. That'll be Existence, but the smoke shield will cover him for now. And Alex trying to cause chaos downstairs once again. Apex will be dueling him. Thinks better of it and falls back.
Decent from Existence to find Shocks.
Shocks is having a bit of a rough time.
He is, yeah. It's not the Shocks we typically speak of. He only sits 11-13. However, Alex has been much better than that. As he gets one and Maniac follows it up. Alex is on 22 kills right now. He's almost double anyone else on his own team. Decent performance as well from MBK, who's on 27, by the way. We should point that out. But this situation gets grim because we're going to go to 12-9 after being 11-4.
Yeah, not really much GT can do to stop this one. You see Alex position himself in the vent, stops in rotation. Someone's watching ramp as well. Smoke off decon. You're not stopping this bomb going down, I'm afraid, and maybe you should consider saving the weapons. Body still towards heaven. Kenny S, he's in CT spawn, so they are submitting and just going to be trying to save upgraded sniper, of course, and that AK-47. This is the harsh reset, right? So 2 players will be on sub $2,000. MBK has 1,000, so they can just about get a buy here. It'll be like 2 UMPs and a 5.7 maybe to go along with the AWP and AK. That's if they survive. They've got to do that first. And the T's are starting to come towards him, I believe, as well. Maniac, he's not messing around. Might as well take this risk. It's worth it. Kenny S misses a shot as well. Oh, good incendiary. That might flush him out a little bit here. But he goes down, unfortunately, for him. So 2 players will be surviving. Yeah. That's worth the risk for Maniac, in my opinion. If he hits just 1 shot, like takes that orb down, like, it's worth its weight in gold at that stage. You never want Kenny S to save an AWP into a round. Even though they're going to be low economy, he's the sort of player that can make things happen. Horrible, unspeakable things. As the bomb explodes. 12-9, pause comes in. And I guess it's free from G2, tactical at this stage. Just work out, okay, we've saved the AWP, got the AK. We can drop 2 UMPs, and like I said, they're probably one player on a 5-7. It's obviously a risk, and the gap's starting to close significantly now, Matt. So do they take an eco here? Now the money's stabilized. I would say at this point, it's probably worth the force, considering you've got Kenny S, who seems to be hitting a lot of shots right now. Get force around that, focus to play around Kenny, maybe get in a position like catwalk or ramp, change things up a little bit, see if you can get that first pick and reposition. But LDLC got themselves back into this game all of a sudden. It's currently 5-1 here in the second half. 12-9 is the overall scoreline.
Look back, it's the ace that started us off. The NBK ace, as we said, he's on 27 kills. Good reaction shot onto Alex, who's been red hot. That's a tight angle, but gets the information from it. Would you like to walk us through this, Henry?
Yeah, he's seeing a lot of people on his screen and destroying all of them. 5 of them, in fact, in one round. That's what we call an ace. Has to be in one round, though, Matt.
It's true. Anders actually reminded us of that. That it has to be in one round.
Unbelievable.
It is a great clip because it's technically so good the way it inflexes his voice, but it's like an ace in one round. Thanks for that.
Yeah, that's good.
It is good.
They will be forcing, like I said, when you've got Kenny S on the AWP and an AK saved as well, and you can just about spread your bets enough with the Famases and maybe UMPs as well, I think it's worth it. I think its Apex is just down to the 5-7. Shoxy gets a Famas, so a little bit better than I thought it would be. It's 12-9, a big round. G2 lose this, it's pretty much going to tie it up. They will be in double equal territory, so this is a huge going forward. G2 are running away with this game in the first half, 11-4. After ODC strung 4 rounds in a row, they win the pistol in the second half, and all of a sudden, they're back in it. Number 7. Trying to, of course, back on the AWP. I'm more interested to see what Kenny's up to this round. And he has changed his position. He's towards Heaven this time, not just playing towards Garage. He'll be looking above the smokes. There's a gap, Matt. There is a huge gap. Alex is going down. Ooh, he's been hit. Significant damage inflicted.
But the ship still floats. Not if it walks into those flames.
The thing is, that's still great, right? Okay, Apex actually better. And this is looking a little bit clumsy from LDLC after taking that initial damage. Existence goes down as well. It's up to Twanu to get things back in LDLC's favor. He's doing a good job.
Fast indeed. Nade down to 23. It's Kenny, the fastest man in the West, versus that who he behests. It's going to be Twanu. 23 gets to the vent. Kenny's
missed it.
Not got the shot. I think he was in the middle of dropping. I didn't think he
No,
fired,
he was. He was ready for it.
Oh, I didn't think he was in position.
I was watching his screen.
You are, indeed. Smoke off on the Molotov. He's going to commit. Gets inside the site. Looks to the wrong side. Twanu says, how do you do? He's got everything Kenny can do and more in that round, and it's going to bring them to 10.
That's massive for LDLC. After losing those first 2 frags as well, Twanu out of nowhere keeps the dream alive with 2 quick picks towards upper as well. Narrowly avoids death as he drops towards the vent. I thought Kenny was hitting that shot for days, but he feels the pressure a little bit too much there, misses it, and you can see what Kenny's idea was there, because Twanu left a Molotov in his path towards the vent. He was trying to get the drop on him, drops a smoke as he comes out the vents and tries to get Twanu's planting the bomb. Unfortunately, can't find him. Nice positioning in terms of the plant. And now, like I said, this is like double eco territory. They can buy into the next round. They'll have $2,400 on top of this. It's enough for a buy, but it won't be an AWP one. 12-10. This game just got very interesting indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going well. That was incredible, that round from Twanu to make that work. Shox will sit with the PT50, but Mistu's already spotted the fact that he's up close. Twanu and Mistu on one team. I like it.
Well, for now, it's a 5-on-3, and more of the same, what we saw in the first half when you get these anti-ecos. Don't give anything away. Get these picks, slow it right down, get together, bait out any sort of plays or hiding positions CTs have. If they have any grenades, they'll be using them at this point, trying to hunt out and surprise the terrorists. And you just wait long enough, and they're going to get bored eventually. And then you wait about the 30-second mark, smoke down towards main entrance, smoke heaven, flash in, make sure you're trading, and it should be a very simple procedure. But they haven't covered ramp, which is a bit of a fumble. Alex goes down.
Kenny. Oh, Kenny. Got one out of it. May have done a little more, given a better shot on the first player, but he was in the right place at the right time. Smoked off now. Won't be able to walk back in quite so easily.
And he's got the AWP.
Distance got one, and you're right. He's got an AWP picked up. His turn to replicate Twanu.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't have armor, so it's not likely. And no armor, no kit, no nades.
Yeah, like I said, he wouldn't be able to afford that next round. So this is massive if he can save it. Alex is AWP by the looks of things. He's towards Garage for now. Normally in composition of CT spawn. Should be hitting this one. Easy.
Now they know where. Oh, he's gone wide.
He's done.
This is a problem. Yeah, and the repeat from Mistu is waiting at main entrance. That's quite good from LDLC to read that out. And Kenny gets a little bit, I guess, worried
He
that
got
they were closer.
2 kills in that round, which actually gave him an extra $600, which means he can buy the AWP. So it's enough to get the AWP out, but now we're only 1 round apart. G2 12, LDLC 11. It's still a difficult buy here. KennyS with no armor once again. Not a single kit available for G2. 1 incendiary, make it 2. And they're actually going for an upper focus there. And it's towards ramp is where LDLC look to go here. Just forcing their way into the flashbang. 1 player waiting for them. That's MBK. Gets 1 with the Famous. He has to bail out of this right now. Drops the incendiary to stop any pursuing T's. He still wants to battle this. I find that surprising, but manages to get some decent damage in, but he goes down to 2 HP in the process.
Kenny will get back inside of the locker room and change his sweaty shirt because it got hot.
What?
Whoa!
That timing.
I like it. Houdini. Alex, taken down by Apex. Twanu just to double check behind the silos and wait with a Tech 9. He's now got the AWP pulled back out. They're still down in this significantly. Can't plant up there anymore. He's got to drop into the site. Apex was looking to peek out from decontamination, but had to move away, and now it's Twanu will make it in toward Toxic. Doors open and left open. They gotta know he's in there. This is a tough position for him to be, and all he's using is the walls to protect side angles so he can peek and control the angle with the AWP. If he hits one, I would shut the door immediately if I were him to rebolt the AWP. First shot, shut the doors. Good call. Gets the op ready to roll. Sits, opens. That nearly works perfectly. Apex does get the shot back into him, and existence is found.
Finally, after so many rounds going against him, the scoreline is currently 7-1. It'll be 7-2 after the defuse. Like we said, no kits. It was very close indeed, but KennyS manages to get it in. And Twali, like you said, after closing the door, if he hits that second shot, I think they've got a round in their hands. That would have delayed them a little bit more by 5 or 6 seconds, right? And maybe that defuse wouldn't have worked out for them. But interestingly, G2 opt to pick up the secondary AWP here. Like, Shoxy is a very good AWP himself, but on Nuke, I'm not a big fan. You leave yourself very vulnerable to the lower bomb side. The bomb does get down there and is planted. You're not retaking it with 2 AWPs. So it comes down to being a little bit more aggressive, finding the picks, and hopefully getting that advantage at the start. But I love these smokes from LDLC. They're very fast at getting them out there. It's not as slow as other teams like who have to line them all up. You can see how fast is that? They're already down. There's sometimes a gap, right, which has let them down in the past, but it's worth the risk in my opinion. KennyS, ooh, okay.
Apex tried to get in line, does get one. Nade's gonna go into a position that's somewhat viable about a second sooner, but they evaded the, done much damage as Miss 2 tries to spray back through on the UMP. Kenny goes by him, Kenny keeps running, they just pass each other. How do you do in the hallways on the way to class? But class dismissed for G2 to get their 14th round. It's been slow going for them in the second half, but now they're getting within grasp.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a rough second half, but they have broken the money of LDLC. There's $2,000 on average per player here. Maniac, a bit of an anomaly there. He's got a bit more. He's on 4K. They are going to be forcing into this round. They don't want to give G2 match point that easily and have so many rounds to, well, 4 rounds to battle back into. So they're trying to see what they can do here. Tech 9, same smokes coming in. They do even T-spawn now. I've actually not seen that before. That's really cool. So it's marking some inconsistencies. Sometimes there's a gap. If you can get down this fast, like Alex is doing once again, it's so sick. The gap is there once again, and KennyS is waiting for it, but it's such a tight gap. You need, like, lightning fast reactions to hit a full damage shot there.
Alex, ooh. Sox will get 1. Couldn't do much, Alex. Not only that, Kenny, he's limited from the turnpike position. Maniac down below. Trying to break out that vent as he runs by. Doesn't. Now runs into decontamination and shuts the door.
Well then, it's a 4-on-2. Tech 9's in an AK in a decent position here. And we did say that double orb setup was going to be tricky. The bomb got towards lower. Now KennyS trying to retake the site with the AWP. Is it worth saving it? I think he thinks it is. Looks like he'll be bailing out of this situation as he goes towards CT spawn. And now it's a fast little ramp and lower split there at that point. You saw the same smoke. I'm really impressed by those smokes. I haven't seen many teams do that. You're throwing those smokes all the way in T spawn. It means Alex, he's not waiting for smokes to bloom and people to line them up. He's getting down there. Within like 10 seconds of the round starting, he's just sprinting the entire way. One flashbang, jumps down the secret. No one can stop him right now. And that's actually a real problem for G2. They're having to adjust their setup. They're not used to playing against this sort of pace. And it's actually really cool. I think this could be something interesting for some of the top teams to start bringing to the table. It's actually a cool idea. Existence, always been known as a tactical mastermind throughout the ages. So. And this is a cool idea he's deploying. That's a bit of an awkward exchange. KennyS finds a completely blind player, can't kill him, just runs away. Still won the round, so that's fine. But then we've got another force buy situation. So it's not so much. The Bunny's actually pretty decent for GT. They kept 2 players alive. They lost a round, but they had some money in the coffers to keep going here. Bit of a clumsy exchange with the weaponry, but they managed to get an AK, M4 FAMAS, and of course the KNS AWP. This is another big round. If LDLC can pick this up, it breaks the economy of G2, and they evade match point once again. And Existence fast towards up. I love these tactics coming in. And Alex once again lights them up. Existence punishes him, said, you say you're too good right now.
Yeah.
I have to put you to bed.
He did try and hit the CT player for what it's worth, but it's even things up considerably more than that now for G2 as well, as MBK gets missed to, MBK gets Maniac, MBK is over 30, just hitting 30 I should say. Now he's over 30 with 31, and it's map point for G2.
Very fast upper split coming in there from Main and Hut as well. That kill could have been the difference maker. Like you said, he goes towards Apex, takes down Alex, who's hitting every single shot right now. And it's another dire situation for LDLC. It's been a great game, to be fair. It doesn't look like LDLC will be able to cross the finish line, but they've done better with less before. The previous round, they only had Tech9s and 1 AK. 3 Tech9s this time. They have got a UMP in the hands of Maniac and Alex with the Galil. Potentially the last round here. G2 have managed to stabilize. They've got a full buy, all the utility required. Maybe not for shocks, he's only got a flashbang, but he still can buy a smoke and take a pause here, presuming that's going to be LDLC working out what's the approach here. I would say keep going those smokes outside. Let's get, maybe drop the same smokes and rush ramp or something like that. Force a rotation, only be one player there, try and get a trade there. That could be interesting. So they haven't done a fake of that whatsoever, so do the same smokes, maybe just send Alex down there by himself, get ready towards ramp. That could be an interesting concept, but LDLC certainly have given us a good game here so far, Matt. Like, on paper, they shouldn't be able to go toe-to-toe with G2, but Existence are doing a very good job at getting the most out of these players, especially Alex. What a game he's having. 26 kills for him and 19 deaths. Like I said, very crispy aim. Lots of one-taps from him tonight.
Yeah, he's been sick. He's been really, really good. This is game 1 of our double header.
Yeah, we go to Inferno next, which is always fun. Gotta be cool. Unpause comes in. The final buy is on your screen momentarily. Like I said, 3 pistols in a UMP and a Galil for Alex. Should be over at this point. I said that with bated breath. You never know this. Will they do the same smokes? Yep, they're going in. Alex. He'll be setting himself up towards outside. There is some ramp presence with the bomb as well. Does Alex make it safely? He does. No gap this time. Existence will be joining him. It will be the ramp to lower split here. Maniac and Co waiting in the entrance of the ramp room.
Existence going to wait to see if anyone's going to hot pursuit towards Secret after getting inside of the smokes as well. They made a lot of noise doing so, perhaps intentionally, as he waits for the potential flank to come through. MBK wants to use this smoke to the best of his advantage. Alex has done well here. Alex has done very well here, but it's only 1. Apex was considering the possibility. His teammate gone down, but avenged immediately. That could have been huge. Get 2 there. Rush down. We already know Existence is above. That gives him a gun in the round. AWP still in play for him, but he would have been able to move forward faster and then utilize the op baby post plant. This Twinu Tech9 rushing above. Apex will hear them. Knows they're there, but looks high and should have looked low. Gets punched in the gut instead of the face. Maniac gets the shot from the UMP. It could keep this alive, you're right. It's a 1-man advantage, but bomb down in the lower sight. I think they know exactly that. Inside of that hole in the door, Maniac
That's so sick.
had done it. Snacks tried to do it earlier today as well. It's something that I think you're going to see a lot more of. Create a small, tiny little gap and then fire into it. So that'll get rid of it. That'll create an opening that might allow the retake. Body finds the shot. Bomb's still ticking. Body's got another. Twanu down. It's missed 2 remaining. He's going to go back up the same direction with the Tech9. And the bomb plant, oh, body's exposed. Body's exposed, plant denied, or rather diffuse denied, but Shock's there to pick it up. Does he have time? I think he does. Yep, that's it, that's game. G2 Esports take map 1 on Nuke, and LDLC fall just light.
Fair play to LDLC. They gave it their absolute all into that one, winning so many rounds with the lesser weaponry, and I thought that was another one. But Body, he manages to keep the dream alive there for G2, and they just about win it after having that 11-4 first half. They looked so dominant, but players like Alex, they were relentless towards outside, were they not? Those smokes towards out as well. They're very fast executions. I love that. I kept going on about it. I'm sure the guys on the desk can break it down. But Matthew, are they ready for us? That's the question.
You know, I'm never sure with these guys, but they've got Mitch over there, and he's a professional guy. I'm sure he'll get the other 2 in line. So, Jason, I hope that's true.
It is true, boys, and it is also true that Mitch is a professional. He's going to be the anchor of this desk. And yes, Henry, we also did very much like those fast tactics coming out from LDLC. Good work by them, some creative smokes, but all in all, really, really good game.
You might be using that negatively. He could be the anchor bringing the desk down.
That's also okay. That's fine.
Should I say rock? Keeping us stable?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, rock, you're
Yeah.
the rock.
Could
Thanks.
still, it depends if we're in water,
think that's
the
been
rock could be a
trademarked,
negative
though.
thing too. The fast
Just stay
smokes
away
that
from
Henry
water.
was talking about, you know, they're good and it's a great way to force that early CT rotation. The problem was there was sometimes a gap in that smoke,
Yeah.
and if you're getting picked off, that's not what you need. Maybe they need to rework them, or maybe.
I'm wondering if that's like designed, like they know there's going to be a gap and they just say they're,
Hmm.
since it's so quick.
Well, sometimes with a two smoke set up to outside, if you don't have a third smoke, if you're only playing two outside, maybe you just want to sneak a one or two into secret, or try and pressure shocks playing outside. You can maybe go for a light setup, but you got Kenny S, and he's not bad with
It
the
is a
timing.
risky idea against Kenny S to leave a gap in that
I'm
smoke.
surprised they have so much trouble with it. Like when the old Nuke, and we used to play it as Renegades, Vox Seminole would have been actually. Whenever a team did wall smokes to get secret,
Yep.
the automatic response was two top players would drop down the T vent. We only have the one vent now, and automatically go and clear it out. And then we do like an outside retake and make sure that they hadn't actually done anything sneaky. It's a bit harder now with the way secret's shaped, and it's harder to clear that corner, especially coming up and having to look to the right. But you know, to have protocols like that just to remove that out of it, or to just have a full outside control where you have one cat, one push up to T-red, have someone else overseeing maybe on the CT boxes, and just fight and don't let them get that territory at all. That's a good way to either win or lose the round straight away, and to stop that, you know, stop them forcing you around. And probably a better way for a team like G2 to approach it, because they're so skill-based, they can take those heads-up fights and they can remove any question. It's just, hey, we're going to shoot you in the head. That's what I'd like to see a bit more of.
Shooting of the heads.
Yeah.
Well, one person who did that this game that we don't normally see do. Actually, there were two people. NBK, a little bit resurgent in this one individual map. Always good seeing him. One of the old carries of the French scene. And then Alex from LDLC had a great game.
I think we see more of that from Alex. I actually don't think that's going to be too much of an outlying factor there as well. It's interesting his role in the team, because he actually feeds a lot of information directly to Existence, and that's where he makes a game plan from, because it's not as tight as Existence used to keep the old LDLC white. It's much more looser, so it's interesting how those two work together. But Alex...
That was one of the best games I've seen out of him. Like
Alex?
in terms of at this level of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
He obviously has good in, like, they get the tier 2, tier 3 type of tournaments or competitions. He has better performances. One of the things that I like with G2, and I also relate this to Fnatic, it's a very scary thing. When they do the spread pick defaults, because it's all based off communication and how to react, their instincts are always so good. If they get that opening pick, it's just a domino effect, and the way that they can collapse on the bomb sites and take down the CT team, forcing them to rotate away and finding those frags, it's a pleasure to watch. It's not fancy Counter-Strike in terms of executes. It's just the players on the team know how to react when that opening frag comes in, and that's a skill that's hard to teach. I know from playing pugs with you guys.
Yes. Well, one of the good things about having Existence on your team is you have a phenomenal teacher to teach you some of the cool things that you need to know as an up-and-coming player. We'll see if LDLC can take map 2 as a good win by G2, but they've got one more map. That's Inferno. Stay tuned.